And now it's time to prepare that wonderful cake that Julia Woods, a friend of mine from Bonita, has given me her recipe for. It's a fruit cocktail cake, which is very unusual. I've already added my dry ingredients here, which is the flour and the just the baking soda and the salt. And now I'm going to add my beaten eggs, 2 eggs, okay? Beaten eggs to this, and the oil. This is a very unusual cake, and when Julia told me she had a good recipe, I didn't realize how good it was. I knew it was unusual, but how good, I didn't realize it. All right, so you mix all this together, kind of like, looks like coarse cornmeal. Okay, very good. Now that does it. All right, now, I'll put this in case it falls. I'm going to add that very special ingredient, which is fruit cocktail. Now you can't mix this in the mixer because it'll break up all your fruit, but you just add it this way, okay? Juice and all, you don't take the juice out, and you blend it in together with a spatula. Okay, this is a very, very moist cake, very delicious too, it's very tasty. See, the juice from the fruit cocktail kind of takes care of the liquids in your batter. So it really makes it good. It's very moist and tasty. Good. Okay. Make sure you blend it all together. Very, very important. This is so good with a cup of coffee. Sure, after I bake this, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy. So I've already sprayed my glass baking dish. Oh, it's a non-stick coating, and then I'm going to add this to the baking dish. Yeah. It even smells good. See, took care of all the liquids in there. So, good deal. Now, the next thing that I'm going to put on top of this is I'm going to teach you how to do a very simple but real quick and easy mixture of light brown sugar and pecans, chopped up pecans. You want them to be really fine. You just sprinkle this all over the cake, and it melts right into the batter, and it cooks in with it, and adds to the flavor, and it's also very pretty when it comes out of the oven. Yes. I love the light brown sugar. I usually don't use the dark, so if you prefer the dark brown, it's okay, but my preference is the light brown. So, okay. Next, I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 30-35 minutes. You got to make sure it's well done, because remember, this is a very moist cake, and it's got to be completely done. So, okay. Alrighty. We're going to bake this, and when it comes out, we'll put our glaze on. All right. Now we've got our gorgeous cake, and it's baked. Now for the mushing. Of course, I have to laugh because this is how I put this icing on this beautiful cake. You got your coconut. I've already melted my butter and my sugar together and blended it together, and then I added my coconut. Boy, can you imagine all these flavors coming together? Sugar, coconut, and this could be a Hawaiian cake, couldn't it? Coconut and fruit cocktail. So this is really, now a spoon can do just so much as far as I'm concerned, okay? They're wonderful to have, but you know, God gave you some fingers. And I think, well, He gave me them fingers that I have for a reason, so I use them. I'm in the kitchen 3/4 of the time, so I use them in the kitchen. And this is how it really works, okay? This is, very good. Smells good. I love coconut. So what I do, I pat all this real thin, like I guess a potato cake or whatever. See, you just mush it down. I call it the mushing. So I mush this, okay? This is it, okay? Good. And you just add it to your cake, and you pat it after it's all down, of course. Now you refrigerate this cake. Remember, when you have fruit cocktail, it may get sour on you, so you don't want to leave it out of the refrigerator. You have to refrigerate it. So that's good. Can't wait to cut a piece of it. You know, it's so moist and so juicy. Now, mush all the icing together. And of course, when the cake is warm, you'll just kind of melt in there. And you'll scatter it out, okay? Very good. Very good. I'll lick my fingers when I get through. Yes. Yes, I love to bake. Cake baking is not my favorite, and Mama always made me bake pies. Mama was the cake baker in the family, and I was the pie baker. So my specialty is pies, but this recipe from Julia was just so great that I just had to share it with you and teach you how to make it, so you can make it for your family. Okay. Very good. Now, all right. Now you mush it good. Like this. That's why I call it mushing. Really, it's just kind of blending it in with your cake. Now, all right. So I'm through mushing. Good coffee. And I can actually have my cake and eat it too. But first, I'm going to enjoy a letter from one of my viewers. Miss Lucy, I just wanted to tell you that the first time I saw you on television, I thought I saw my grandmother. I had to look twice, and when I did, it was you. What reminded me of her was that wonderful smile and Cajun hospitality that flew through the television. I was born and raised in Crowley, Louisiana. I think you do a wonderful job of cooking and telling stories of the Cajuns through your TV shows. Keep smiling and cooking. Sincerely, Jennifer Cuffler from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing this letter with me. And thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have learned some lessons in Miss Lucy's Cajun classroom. See you soon, Shat.